Hey everyone, this is Kaisif and welcome back to another episode of the One Chest Per Hour Challenge. And we are in the nether. And we know what that means. It's gold farm time, people. And let's go. As you can see, we've got some portals here. And I've got a bunch of glass and some magma blocks. So the glass is something you wouldn't expect in this design. I'm going to be building a teensily-weensily tweaked Gnembon design. And using portals. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this works and how this turns out. So let's get down to building this. And we've got some hay because we want to stop the pigmen from dying the second they land. Alright, so let's go to this time lapse of me building this. It's a bit weird to watch. I'm not the greatest builder of things. And so let's talk about what we're trying to do here. So we're using this portal-based farm because we want the farm to be as low down as possible. That's basically how spawning algorithms work. It works faster if you're down lower. And that's why I'm building it down low. The problem with the standard Gnembon farm design or most other farm designs is that they're built very, very high up. And we're going to be killing the pigmen using looting, which desperately requires us to actually be standing at the bottom of the farm for all these farm designs. So instead, what we're doing here is we are sending the pigmen up to us so that we are standing as high as possible so that the pigmen in the nether proper, if you will, aren't loaded. So the reason why we're sending them to the overworld is because if we send them to the overworld, they're taken out of the nether mob cap, which allows more pigmen to spawn in the farm itself, and therefore we can kill them in the at the top. I'm mostly going to be building the platform at Y228 or something like that. So we can just sit there, all the pigmen will be brought to us and we can kill them. And as soon as they are sent through the portal, new pigmen are spawned. This is probably the fastest way of taking them out of the mob cap besides fall damage itself. And so the reason why we've got those hay bales is to save us some of the fall damage that the pigmen are going to be taking. Another interesting thing you'll notice is the chicken in a boat that I've got on this end. The reason for that is if a boat is occupied, then you basically can't stand in it or stand on it, if you will. And this helps the pigmen actually be pushed out. So I've done this construction and I'm back to normal life, and I've actually made a few changes on the other end. I've actually made the tube taller. I have lengthened the passageway before the portal because it wasn't linking up with it. And we've also built 4 layers, and we've also got the gas-proof roof type thingy at the top. This is just to test the rates to see if I've got everything right and if all the portals are linking up correctly. The reason I've got the ring of fire around the portals is to stop pigmen from walking on... Sorry, pigmen can spawn on the portal blocks themselves, which is what we're trying to avoid over here. So here we are at the top, and as you can see, there are pigmen falling down. So we've got almost continuous stream because of that boat trick that I've spoken about. And we've got this weird arrangement of minecart hoppers, which I'll explain in a bit. As you can see, the pigmen spawn, track the turtle eggs and run to the center, and they fall down, sent to the portals and are sent all the way up because the overworld is going to be loaded. This only works in single player, it won't work on a multiplayer server. It would work on a multiplayer server if you had anyone on the other end. But as you can see, this is actually it's a pretty continuous stream as of right now with just 4 layers. And I'm pretty happy with that. So we can just stand over here and we can kill them. And let's actually talk about these minecart hoppers here. These minecart hoppers are partially over each block. If you notice, the hitbox of these hoppers are actually divided over the blocks. So there's one hopper for 2 blocks. So the drops are divided into the 3 and then divided into 4 different chests. So this is to actually keep up with the drop rates, because these farms are insane. As you can see, this is just from me standing over here and swinging every once in a while. So just to see the kind of rates we're talking about, I mean, this is super satisfying to do. Yeah. So unfortunately, the XP does get stuck up on the trapdoors because of, I don't know, entity mechanics, I guess. Yeah, there are a lot of entities being created here. But yeah, I can't really reach that, which is going to be a bit of a problem. I'm going to have to sort that out. But yeah, I can just go stand over here and we'll get a pretty good stream of this. This is, oh, wow. Okay, this is continuous stream of experience. So the reason my experience is so low, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see it a bunch of times this video, I keep falling off. I do not know how many times. I've lost count of the number of times I've actually fallen off scaffolding or that. I've also got a slightly better sword now, sharpness 4, looting 3. Yeah. So here we are, sometime later. I've done some decoration. Do not look that way, I've still not completed it. But yeah, here we've got some gold. We've got this chain of observers at the bottom. Let me just reduce my volume. Not in video settings. Yeah, there we go. That's the volume one. So yeah, we've got some nice decoration. And the floor is made up of observers. And what this is there are droppers underneath the observers which transport the items much faster than hoppers, and twice as fast. And the leftovers are all burnt up. If we go on top, you can see I have to do some despawnificating, but down below you can see a very, very familiar circuit to those who are familiar to farming. A good old item filter circuit. And as you can see, we've actually got 2 on either end. 2 sets, 1 on either end. And yeah, those hoppers are directly beneath the droppers, and they currently just funnel into those temporary chests. I'm going to have to do a bit of a better storage system eventually. So yeah, yeah, we've definitely got a few chests. Might be a good farm. So right now we've got nuggets flowing in this. We've got 4 chests for nuggets, 2 for ingots, and 1 for rotten flesh. Yeah, it's a bit optimistic, but it's always good to be optimistic with your farms. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna have to do a tiny bit more building. Okay, so here we are. We're back after another cut, and as you can see, we've got this end completely filled out. The pigmen are falling through a lot faster. We've got a bit of a flex with the gold and the honeycombs. And yeah, if you go down here, you can see that this room has now been constructed. We've got this nice little pattern with some gilded blackstone and some honeycombs. It's just something just nice to sit in. We've got some animals, and yeah, we've got some storage, as I mentioned, and we've also got some crafting tables for bulk crafting. So it's 4 for nuggets, 2 for ingots, and 1 for flesh. Half the flesh is being voided or burnt up, more like, and we've also got some gold already. I need some arm stands here. They fell off while I was testing flying machine, and this is a window that I have left open for aesthetics and not because I completely ran out of blocks. So yeah, and as you can see, the farm looks a tiny bit bigger, and we will check out why. Because okay, it is bigger because it is bigger. So if we stand on one of these note blocks, if I figure out which one, and let's flick that, and as you can see, we've got a nice little flying machine below that. Let's reduce block sounds so that I don't deafen myself. Once again, not video settings and blocks. There we go. Aha. So yeah, there's the farm. As you can see, it's a lot bigger. Sorry about the dark oak. I ran up to blocks to slab up the roof. Yeah, another major thing we're actually leaving out is the fact that this can go a lot taller, about 40 blocks tall or something. And something important that's necessary for improving rates is the ring of glass around the outside to increase social spawning. From what I've heard and a few experiments, the social spawning rate is about 40% higher. And yeah, I wouldn't mind 40% higher rates on any farm. But yeah, so we've got this nice little docking area. All of this is non-spawnable. And yeah, this is the farm. As you can see, the center's now got some lava. It's a good thing I'm playing with fire tick off. Otherwise, you'd have a lot of burning up happening. So yeah, obviously, if I wanted to increase the rates, I would build some more. And well, now it's time for the good old 1 hour test of seeing if this can give me a chest of items per hour. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Hopefully, this does. Going for a chest worth of gold ingots rather than nuggets, obviously. But yeah, so here we are, 1 hour later, and as you can see, I've got a lot more levels. Yeah, this was fast. This was a very, very fast farm. So I've cleared up all the chests and I've consolidated all the gold, and that's all we got. Yeah, it's just one single chest, half a double chest. Well, it's about 30 stacks. No, it's actually just 29 stacks of gold. Yeah, we had some problems. So obviously that social spawning ring is going to be important, multiple layers, and I did derp up the storage system. Obviously, if you've seen Gnembon's video, he uses slime pushers and stuff like that, which is obviously extremely high tech. So what's happening is that even though we've got the items being sucked out at such a fast rate, it's not being cleared out fast enough. It's still not fast enough to clear out. Ouch, that hurt. Yeah, so I'm having a feeling that we're having a lot of items despawn before they're picked up. I might do this again with some breaks. Oh, look, XP. We might do this in 6-minute sessions or something like that, to 10 6-minute sessions. This is definitely a project I'm going to have to come back to. One day we will. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got time for in this episode. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. So ciao for now. Bye bye. Oh no, this is close to the edge. Okay, back.